Thank you for joining the show. Today, we're going to talk about the NBA schedule. In my opinion, I think the NBA was a little too easy for the contending teams. The NBA fans want to see marquee matchups. They want to see Lakers versus Clippers. They want to see um, Bucks versus Nets. And now we have Lakers versus Mavericks, Pelicans versus Heat, shit like that. Bucks versus Warriors. The schedule doesn't make sense at all. I'm gonna let everybody get in on the channel. Let me see who's in here. Jay Strokes, what's up, my brother? Subscribe to the brother Jay Strokes channel. Talking about the NBA schedule. So Jay Strokes, what do you think about Brooklyn's matchup for Christmas? I don't really like this schedule, man. I don't like this Christmas schedule. Like if you're going to put non-contending teams on, the forefront, at least have the Pelicans play the Hornets. That probably would have been one of the highest rated games, to be honest. Lonzo versus LaMelo. Who doesn't want to see that? But yeah, Jay Strokes, Woj just posted the schedule. But I forgot who Brooklyn plays. Someone let me know who Brooklyn plays. I just had a quick glance at it, and pretty much going off the teams that I really pay attention to. I know the Clippers play the Nuggets. That's probably going to be the best game, Clippers versus Nuggets, because of the revenge factor of the two. Celtics, I don't know. I didn't look at that. I did, like I said, it was a quick glance. So Brooklyn versus Celtics, Kyrie versus Boston. Yeah, Jay Strokes, that looks like a good one. KD versus Tatum. Now that you explain it, that's probably the best game in Christmas. Shout out to my boy Gibson. You know he keeps it real. Salute to you, my brother. East Coast team like the Nets would be great. Yeah, you're right, Gibson. You're spot on, brother. I can't wait to see how the Brooklyn Nets look. Just to see how they operate with Coach Nash, if they actually listen to him, if they believe in team ball. I'm looking forward to the chemistry. I want the chemistry to be well. But for the rest of the games, I'm not too impressed. No one's trying to watch Mavericks versus Lakers. And we all know Luka Doncic is a talented player. But I was looking forward to either the Clippers or the Nets, either Lakers Nets or Lakers Clippers, one of the two. If that were to happen, I would have been excited. Jay Stroke says, I think Boston was a top defensive team, so it's one of the hottest off versus one of the best defenses. Yeah, hot offense versus hot defense. That's what that Celtics Nets game is going to be. And if KD is as healthy as I think he is, the Celtics do not have a player that can guard him. Yeah, you could put 6'3" Marcus Smart on him, but that's not going to stop KD. He's going to get his. But Kyrie Irving, he's gonna be pumped up, man. Him and the Celtics fans, they have some type of beef. Most Celtic fans, I wouldn't say all. But how do you guys think the Pelicans are gonna do this year? I can't put them as a playoff team yet. The West is too loaded. There's a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players, rosters in tuned. Um, I don't know what the Pelicans are trying to do with their roster. They're all over the place. Jay Stroke said Mavs versus Lakers is basically AD Bron versus their Caucasian counterparts. Yeah, pretty much. Boy, they love them some Luka Doncic. Gibson says Pelican ninth seed. I agree. That's definitely predictable. I think the NBA is gonna find a way to have the Pelicans. And when I say this, I'm not sounding like a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying like schedule wise, they probably won't play a tougher schedule like they did last year. They made that mistake doing that with the Pelicans. They're gonna have them give them a normal schedule so that the Pelicans can at least be in the playing game. Because the NBA lost a lot of ratings by not having the Pelicans play in the playing game in the bubble. Even if the Pelicans would have lost in the playing game, the ratings would have been off the roof. Jay Stroke says Pels is a 34 win team at best unless Lonzo takes a huge leap. Zion takes a huge leap defensively. I agree. Number one, we all been saying that Lonzo needs to get the keys of the offense, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, Lonzo Ball offensively needs to be aggressive. He needs to take charge, be more vocal. In the NBA, you cannot be silent as a point guard, especially when you're around ball hogging teammates. You just can't do that. As for Zion, he needs to leave that alligator meat, crawfish, whatever they feeding him in New Orleans. Gotta let that go. So far, it looks good. He has to keep losing weight. I actually believe Zion can be versatile enough to play the three if he loses that weight. He's done it at Duke. He's done it at high school. He could play the three at times. Sweatbox, what up, my brother? All praise to the Most High. Sweatbox says, which fan media base do you think was more toxic in regard to Lonzo, Lakers, and Pelicans? Why? That's a great question. First, I said the Lakers, but I'm starting to think the Pelicans. The Pelicans are unrealistic. Now they're saying that Lonzo need to be a small forward and not be a point guard. They have gone beyond critiquing. Uh, Gibson is right. The Lakers media was never disrespectful. The Lakers media, to their credit, has always been consistent on Lonzo is not attacking the basket enough. He's lost confidence. Stuff like that. He's shooting more threes and attacking the paint. The Pelicans are like, he could no longer be a playmaker. He needs to be off the ball. He's not a point guard. Shit that doesn't make sense. So the Pelican media have been personally disrespectful um, in a way that is just not, that doesn't make any basketball sense. See, if Shamit and others would break down what Lonzo can do right and do wrong, then they could objectively not have any pushback. But they're purposely trolling fans of Lonzo. I see past through it. Oh, by the way, make sure you like the channel, like the video, share this video so we can have more people in this discussion. Yeah, Sweatbox had to use that alligator meat joke. Well, he's in the bayou. You know how they eat. Chitlins, cornbread, macaroni. Trust me, Zion was eating. His first year, Zion was eating. In Bourbon Street, eating some Zatarans. So I hope Zion is losing that weight. But how do you think the Brooklyn Nets are going to do? KD, by listening to his interviews, he seems determined, but he seems calm. I've never seen KD this calm before. I'm like, does he know something we all don't? If you look at the Brooklyn Nets roster, even without James Harden potentially being added, they have a deep roster. They literally have Spencer Dinwiddie coming off the bench, Joe Harris. They got the Allen kid, the big man. He should be starting. I don't know why they got him over the bench. They have a deep roster. If Brooklyn wins it all, I wouldn't be surprised. But I tell you one thing: if Brooklyn wins it all, the whole state of New York is celebrating, except for Knick fans, of course. And I respect Knick fans, by the way. This is not a shot at them. Gibson says Lakers getting another ring this season. It's too easy for them. Yeah, it's pretty easy for the Lakers. They're extremely deep. The only wild card is the Nets. Like I said, if KD is healthy and if Kyrie and him are in sync, and you got Dinwiddie and all those players, Joe Harris knocking down shots, they can win it too. But for now, the Lakers look like they're head and shoulders better than everybody else. They got the most depth. I can't pick out a weakness. The Lakers don't have a weakness right now. Sweatbox says, has Brooklyn filled out their roster yet? I haven't seen it. I think they're done for now. And the reason why I say for now is because the Brooklyn Nets, excuse me, the Brooklyn Nets may make some moves in the trade deadline and may get a veteran that have their contract bought out. That happens a lot. Since the Lakers are already done maxing out their roster, I don't think they'll be making those type of moves. Rap God says Brooklyn is the best team in the East. On paper, yes. But experience is the Celtics. But yes, on paper, the Nets are the better team in the East. Jay Stroke says Brooklyn should get 55 games off just KD and Kyrie alone. LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Allen basically is starting five off the bench. That's what no one talks about. This is why KD has been so calm in his interviews. Nobody in the NBA media has talked about that extreme depth that the Brooklyn Nets have. Those guys you just named can start from most teams in the NBA. That's how loaded that bench is. But the Lakers have been getting the majority of the praise. But I'm equally giving props to the Lakers and the Nets for filling their roster out. That Nets roster is loaded. Gibson says KD might not be great the first months. That could happen. You know, the injury rust is typical, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. Rap God says, who will make it out the East respectfully? I won't say who just for one team. I'll say either the Brooklyn Nets or the Celtics. But a wild card team, I would say the Raptors. You just can't count out the Raptors. The Raptors are well coached. I know they don't have Kawhi, but they have a system going on that's pretty legit. Now, some people are saying the Bucks and Sixers. I mean, they could go to the finals as well, but those are not my two teams I'm banking on. Jay Stroke says Miami is the best team in the East until proven otherwise. Yes, that's true. But if KD catches his groove, which I think he will, I say about February or March, only a few can stop him or slow him down. Really, no one can stop him at 100%. Jimmy Butler can play very hard against him, but while Jimmy Butler is maxing out his energy defending KD, Kyrie is going to go off. Spencer Dinwiddie is going to go off. And those other players are about to hold their own. So that's a bad matchup. My boy Red in the building, Red says Jared Allen is an underrated center. He's a good rebounder and shot blocker. Yeah, Jared Allen is supposed to be the starter of the Nets. The reason why DeAndre Jordan is starting for the Nets is because it was like a package deal. It's pretty clear that Kyrie and KD are great friends with DeAndre Jordan. And it was pretty much in the cards that DeAndre Jordan must start. If you look at the film, if you talk to anybody that knows basketball, there's no way in hell right now DeAndre Jordan is better than Jared Allen. And I'm going to stick by that. Rap God says sort of agreed with Jay Strokes. Yeah, Jay Strokes has a point. Miami, due to its mental toughness, its leadership, you can't rule them out. They're a scrappy team and they're a fighting team. I think a lot of people are judging off how bad they played against the Lakers. Yes, the Lakers only won it in 6, but you know, the Heat wasn't as efficient in the finals. AD got whatever he wanted. They're looking past that, but I think the Heat are better than what people think they are. Red says the sleeper team in the East is the Hawks. I like where they're going, but until they play some defense, I wouldn't say a sleeper team, but they are a playoff team. Jay Stroke says Brooklyn advantage is no one knows what Brooklyn is running until 1/3 of the season. 1/3 of the season has gone by, and I'm banking on Bam ascending, and Tyler taking a jump. Those things can happen. But would it surprise me that if Brooklyn just has a run starting off the gate, even if KD is just getting used to his, coming back from injury? Yeah, the Brooklyn's an unknown team right now. All they could go off of is previous videos of KD and Kyrie on different teams. Red says Joe Harris is a hella underpaid. He ain't that good on defense, but he's a good shooter. Actually, Joe Harris is a solid defender for just being a shooter. Trust me, he defends better than JJ Redick. Red says Montrez on the Lakers is getting 15 and 10 easy. Damn, the Lakers got hella dogs. Yeah, they're deep, man. Jay Stroke says sleeper is Philly because of Doc Rivers. Well, you better hope that Doc Rivers don't have a collapse like he did against the Nuggets when he coached the Clippers. You never know. There may be a game where Ben Simmons has to shoot, and he shoots 4 threes and he bricks them all. That's his only fear. But Philly, they're one of those teams that should be better than what they are. They're literally giving Ben Simmons an open 3-point shot, and he won't take them. Like, his form is not that bad. He just doesn't take them. Some people, but in my opinion, the sleeper team to make the playoffs is the Bulls or Knicks. Bulls, yes. Knicks, no. until proven otherwise. But I'll say this. I don't know what they're going to do with Julius Randle. And I respect Julius Randle, so I may be biased. That's why I never really gone into, you know, critiquing Julius Randle because he is from Texas, and I want all Texas players to do well. But if Obi Toppin gets the starting job in the minutes, he may put up enough stats to get the Rookie of the Year. I'll repeat that. If Obi Toppin gets the starting job and the adequate minutes, he will be the Rookie of the Year. Probably. Now, for those who are listening, you're going to say, well, I thought you are a LaMelo fan. I am a fan of LaMelo Ball. But I could see Obi Toppin can have a year like, you know how most players who are older start out really well their first year. He could have a Kuzma year his first year, and his second year not be as impactful as his first year. That's why I said on Twitter when they had the list of LaMelo can be the Rookie of the Year, and I replied, so can Obi Toppin. Omar Prey said, can I get a blue wrench, sir? I've given a lot of these blue wrenches out. A lot of these people that have blue wrenches have been like supported a long time. I've given a bunch out. Let me see. I might as well. I'll do it. I'll do it. You were here for a while. So I just gave you a blue wrench. You know what? I'll give Rap God a blue wrench as well. He's been supporting my content. Kurt Vision said I need one too. Man, I can't be giving blue wrenches to everybody. I hope y'all don't take that personal, man. I had to give it to a blue wrench to Omar Page and Rap God because they literally been there from the beginning. Red says, "Hey, hook me up." Just kidding. You know what, Kurt? I'm gonna give you a blue wrench, and this is my last one of the day of a blue wrench. I'm gonna give one to you, Red, because you know the more wrenches I give out, the less trolls. Let me read the comments. Rap God says Thibs had a winning record for every team he coached. That is true. Even the lowly Wolves, he took the Wolves into the 8th seed in the West. Some people say that's because of Jimmy Butler. Some people say it's because of Tibbs. But he did it, and you got to give him credit. Gibson says Knicks don't have a good point guard to feed Obi. Oh, that is a problem. I should have said that. Good eye, Gibson. This is why I respect Gibson, because he watches the game, especially the Knicks. So if you want to know anything about the Knicks, follow Gibson in his Twitter. That's the important part. If Obi Toppin would have had a point guard, you can say he would win the Rookie of the Year. He'll probably average 18 and 10, and that'll be enough. But unless the Knicks get Alonzo Ball on their team, trust me, if the Knicks were to trade up, make a trade for Lonzo Ball, Obi Toppin is sealing the award of Rookie of the Year. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Sweatbox says, here's why Obi Toppin won't have a Kuzma type player. Won't be a Kuzma type player. No ball brother at the point. The Knicks point guards are sicker than COVID. Man, you wild, bro. But I gotta admit, the Knicks and their point guards are trash right now in the distributing aspect of the game. I saw a lot of Nick fans saying, "What about Frank Ntilikina?" Because Austin Rivers was on a projected starting list, and I literally spit out my drink. Frank Ntilikina is a fantastic defender. He can't do anything else unless he's improved. I just don't see it. So please don't try to sell me Frank the Tank or whatever y'all shines call him, because he's not it. What the Knicks got to do is play hard, have an identity, and have a good draft pick. And have the NBA do the right thing for once to give them the number one pick so they can pick up Cade Cunningham. If the Knicks can get Cade Cunningham, their franchise will be making the playoffs every single year. I guarantee it. And I don't say it for that many players, but I truly believe in Cade Cunningham's game, and he's a real one. He's a dog. He's a don't. Here's what I gotta let y'all know. Stop looking at the stats and looking at his team. Cade Cunningham is not playing for Kentucky, Kansas, Duke. He's playing on Oklahoma State. They're gonna lose games that they shouldn't lose. Take Cade Cunningham number one no matter what. Whoever's the GM and passes on him will regret it for a long time. That's all I'm saying. Yandy says, "Hey, bro, why don't you put footage on your videos? Maybe a GIF. I don't know. It's a podcast, but sheesh." Good question, brother. Well, I'm a black capitalist, as you know, and when YouTube is sending me warnings that I can't monetize my videos, then it tells me I don't need to be putting videos, anything on my channel, unless it's created by me. So that's the reason why I do it. And that's why you guys haven't heard my original theme music that I put on my videos. Because every time I use that video, half of it goes to them. So that's why. Yandri says, only game I'm trying to see is LaMelo and the Hornets. They're going to be fun, man. They're going to be entertaining. Credit to Mitch Kupchak and Michael Jordan for doing something the Lakers didn't do with Lonzo, and that's building a team around his strengths. If you look at the Hornets roster, they have nothing but shooters, a lot of athleticism, and a mixture of veterans and youth. That's just what you need for your rookie point guard. And I wish the Lakers would have done that with Lonzo. Instead, they hired a coach who didn't deserve his job in Luke Walton, surrounded Lonzo with ball hogs, and you saw what you get there. Poor training staff. So that's the difference between good team building and bad team building. And no matter what you say about Michael Jordan or Mitch Kupchak, they have done a better job so far than what the Lakers did with Lonzo. It's not even close. Sweatbox says, what is Larsa Pippen's box? Gold or platinum? Shoot. Well, the way she's pulling right now, she's triple platinum. I mean, she getting the youngsters, man. She that box is a magnet for, if you're a young pro athlete, you're gonna be mesmerized by Larsa Pippen for some reason. For you brothers, man, stay away from women who have been married previously. They got multiple kids. Leave them alone. I don't care if they look like a Kardashian. I don't care if they look like Kylie Jenner. Leave them alone. It's not worth it. And for Scottie Pippen Jr., he showed me a lot of strength, man. He posted something on Twitter And Scottie Pippen Jr. was basically saying he could control what he could control. He just want to work on his goals and hoop. And he pretty much saying he's not paying attention to his mother. And I know it's a weird thing to say because that's his mother, but he has to do it because his mother has embarrassed him. And I hope all is well for the young brother. Red says, what's your opinion on the Clippers with the additions of Serge Ibaka, Luke Kennard, and Reggie Jackson? Well, I think the Clippers improved their team. Serge Ibaka defensively is definitely better than Trez. The problem is the Lakers also improved their team. So what's that saying? They're shit out of luck. Unless the Clippers just Kawhi and Paul George both go off in the playoffs. Like Kawhi needs to go like Toronto playoffs in the finals to even have a chance, as well as Paul George. Paul George got to show up. The reason why Kawhi Leonard had that bad statistical game in Game 7 against the Nuggets, he was doing all the work in the first half because Kawhi didn't show up. And then it got so bad where Kawhi got fatigued missing shots. That's what happens when you're carrying the load. This is why LeBron got AD. When LeBron gets tired, he'll feed it to AD. People don't talk about it. They go and look at stats and be a stat watcher and say that Kawhi was choked and he didn't shoot well. Kawhi got fatigued. I'm telling you what I saw. What's up? Let me see. Yandri says, how about a picture? Look at something, anything. Man, just be glad I'm doing live stream, my brother. I'll set that up later on. Maybe I could do that now. Let me see. No, I can't do that. I'm kind of new to this streaming stuff, so I'll figure this stuff out later on. But I'll check it out. Reading some more of the chat. Rap God says Cade has similar game to Zoe impact wise. Zoe's a better passer. Cade Cunningham attacks the basket, and his aggression with that leads to players being open, so he finds the easy assist. But Cade's a good passer as well. Joaquin says the Hornets for show playing after Christmas Day. Since they ain't playing Christmas Day. Yeah, I could see that. Gibson said Cade has a mid-range and can attack the rim in contact, unlike Lonzo. That is true. Even though we all know Lonzo is the best talented, gifted passer, by Cade being able to shoot threes, Lonzo can shoot threes now, so I don't want people being in their feelings. But Cade can shoot contested shots. I seen him in a game 2 do a turnaround jumper mid-range. See, when your point guard does that, you don't miss too many assists. Joaquin said, get the likes up. Yeah, get the likes up. Hit the like button so I can stay on for a while and speak to y'all. That's a good point, Gibson, man. Point guards today, you got to attack the basket. You can't, everybody trying to be Steph Curry, everybody trying to shoot threes. Yes, that's important, but you got to attack the paint as well. You can't just have these defenses sitting back. And did you know that Lonzo had a record number of turnovers due to defenses sitting in the pass lanes? They knew he was going to pass. They knew he was going to overpass. That's what Lonzo needs to correct and rectify. I mean, the NBA It's an adjustment game. You can't just sit there while a defense is preparing for you. You got to switch it up. And I always told myself, why is Lonzo being so passive when his teammates don't even want to share the ball with him? If I was in this position mentally, I'd be like, man, F y'all. I'm going to make plays, try to win the game. Joaquin says, why is everyone going crazy about Melo following that IG model Nakia? Well, they shouldn't trip about that. He's a man now. He's a young man now, number one. Number two, as long as he's not going around trying to get with a Larsa Pippen, I'm cool with it. He could do what he wants, and nobody should worry about what a kid is doing. This is his life. He's gonna do things his way, and people gotta let kids be. They gotta let young adults be sometimes. Denzel Alexander. Oh yeah, DZ King in the house. DJ, my brother, is killing out with the support of Live Street. Support the brother. Protect them at all costs. Amen, my brother. I appreciate that, my brother. He also says we got to do a video. Malik Beasley being a simp has blown out Larsa Pippen. Brother, yeah, we do got to make a video on that. Shout out to DZ King. The brother is real, man. And thank you for the prayers, my brother. I made this channel for you guys because I wanted to make a message of unity in sports and be different than the First Take and every other bullshit show that's on cable. So I appreciate all of you. You're all important. Red says, message to the brothers out there, stay alpha, stay in your purpose. Nobody will outwork you in the circumstances, struggle with women. Amen, brother. Level up, fellas. You're right. You're right, Red. We all got to level up. Staying complacent can only leave you at the bottom. Keep the comments coming. Keep hitting the like button. Aiden says, also think Lonzo doesn't attack because he isn't confident free throw shooter, so he avoids the line. I've been saying it. Gibson be saying it. I think that's the ultimate problem. Lonzo is such a horrible free throw shooter. I think he just avoids contact. They're free throws for a reason, and Lonzo has to realize that. So he might as well just get over it and attack the basket. Going through the comments. All right. Joaquin says, for real though, people making a huge deal out of it. Yeah, let LaMelo do what he do, man. So what if he's following the IG model? He ain't got no kid with her, so he shouldn't worry about it. Madden Mobile Gaming says, when a full schedule coming out? Shit, I'm trying to find that as well. Trust me, when I find out, I'm making a video on it. Let me see. What else? Court Vision says, did you hear Coach speech today? Still saying it's no main playmaker on the ball. Yeah, I saw it. It is what it is. All Lonzo got to do is when he catches a ball, he got two decisions: to drive to the basket and create contact, or find the open shooter and shoot when you're open. All I want Lonzo to do is not to overpass. Don't be at the rim. You got one man on you, and you're right there, and you're passing up layups or dunks. I don't want to see that from Lonzo. Red says, "What's your opinion on the Lakers acquiring Marc Gasol? People are saying he's slow and trash, but people got to realize he's a good high Q player, floor in the post." Yes, my brother. He's definitely a good player, and anyone who says he's not a great player is hating. Um, Marc Gasol has game. He has IQ, and his passing is very dangerous. That's what's really going to make the Lakers dangerous is the passing between Marc Gasol and LeBron James. It's going to be very infectious. Aiden says it's crazy how soon the season is starting. This month, it feels like I was just watching the finals last week. Brother, not just this month, but this is the fastest year I can remember. And it shows you how bad um, the pandemic is. That even though this is a fast year, the effects of COVID-19, it just hurts the spirit of people. It was that bad, man. Rap God says the playing game tournament starts May 18th and 21st. Yeah, I see that as well. But before I go, man, I just saw a score. Michigan State just beat Duke. I repeat, Michigan State just beat Duke 75-69. Shout out to Michigan State. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel basketball fan. I cannot stand Duke. Duke is trash, man. I, they're not trash, but I don't like Duke. I'm sorry. I can never root for Duke. I got too much Tar Heel in me. Well, let me read some more of this stuff. Red says, I can't believe the Clippers overpaid for Marcus Morris, while the other brothers took a veteran's minimum. Yeah, I saw that, but the Clippers had a forced hand, especially with Trez leaving to the Lakers. They had to make that move, man. Joaquin says, Yo, DJ, you should make a Discord so we can post good info that comes out so you don't miss nothing NBA. I got people letting me know. But if you wanna give me information so I can make videos on, just follow me on Twitter. And I'll post that at the video. What up? Gibson said, I'm sad. I thought Hurt was going to be good this year for Duke. I did too, but Hurt has been hurting. He's hurting out there on the court, man. Matthew Hurt is tripping this year. Rap Guy said Duke is the college version of the Celtics. I can see the similarities. You know, a lot of people hate on them. I do. I don't know why I hate um, Duke, but I just don't like that team, man. I hate that team. I don't hate many things, but I hate that team. But hope you guys have a good day. I like doing these live streams. I like connecting with you all. I think these are a lot better um, than just making a regular video. I get to interact with the subs. It's more authentic. I'm starting to like these live streams. Now, to the other brother that's saying why I don't do all the pictures and all this stuff, hey, I just started doing this. But once I figure it out, I have more layouts and I don't think it really matters. It's just a live stream. I'm just trying to speak with you guys, and this is the best way to do it. But make sure you like the the video, subscribe to the channel. I got one more message coming through. Corey says, dang, what Duke did. Duke lost in Michigan State 75-69. But yeah, I'm gone. Peace.